Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dog, giving a microphone, dressed like $1,000,000, diamond things in his cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh, yeah. Everybody out there listening to me, put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Steve Harvey, oh, listen, Steve Harvey, why don't you join in? Yeah. Steve Harvey, get on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Yeah, you join in with me. If you're with me, help me say, turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. So y'all can hear me on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them out. Harvey turn them on in the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey. Got a radio show. Well, okay, here we go. You know, what's important, what can be a huge part of your success is if you find a balance. If you find a balance in your life. That's been very important for me. And I've really never phrased it this way until now, but I was kind of thinking about it after my wife and I mean, we set up one night recently, man. You know, I often come on here, and this is kind of an inspirational moment of the show, and I try to remind people about that most important relationship between you and God. And that's the apex of it. That's the top of the crown. You got to form the relationship with God. If you don't, everything else struggles. It's hard to be a good husband without God. It's hard to be a good family man without God. It's hard to be successful without God, man. It's hard to get through this thing called life without God. So that's clear. But at the same time, you can't talk about God 24/7. You got to go to work. Come on, man. Let's just be real. I ain't your pastor and I ain't at your church. But let's just be real about it. You know, people tell you got to keep your mind stayed on him and all like that. That's a true statement. Got to keep your mind stayed in that area. I'm not here to tell you how to live, but you got to keep your mind stayed in that area of God, of doing the right thing, caring about people. That's what I took it as. Now, I could be wrong. I apologize if I'm not saying it the way you've been taught. I can only do me. Now, but after that, you got to go to work. You got to have some fun. You got to take care of your business. And that's the balance you have to find. So once you focus on shoring up your relationship with God, you gotta balance this now. Now you got to allocate some time. I don't care who you are, for your family. If you're gonna have a family, you got to allocate some time for them. See, we can't just marry these women or make these kids and then neglect them. And fellas, especially if I'm talking to men out here, and ladies, you can listen too, but listen, if you find yourself struggling in your life, man, and you can't seem to get it together, let's just go over a couple of things. The first two things, if you find yourself struggling, you can't seem to pull it together and reach your goals and get to where you want to go, let's just do a check. How is your relationship with God? And then next, how much time are you taking to allocate for your family? Now, your family don't always live in your house. But if you made them, they're yours. And the responsibility to them is never lessened because you don't stay there no more. Because you and the girl broke up. You and the woman don't speak. Hey, man, that don't ever release you from the obligation. Feel me when I'm telling you this now. Because I'm not telling you something I'm wondering about. I've had to live through them years. So 2 things you can start looking at. If you're not where you want to be and you ain't really solid, you can't figure out why you keep spinning your wheels. Have you just done a random inventory, man? Have you just checked on your relationship with God? Have you checked on the time you spending dedicated towards your family, your children that you created? If them 2 things is out of sync, man, that I can tell you right now, you can go on and get to explaining yourself away just like that. Hey, man, how come you ain't where you want to be? Well, because, man, I really ain't. But if you really ain't, then you really ain't. The third thing is you got to allocate the necessary time for your business. You got to handle your business. All of this, man, is the way it works. And the order is God first, family second. Then you got to handle all your business. But as men, this is what we do. If I don't handle my business, I can't take care of my family. True statement, but if your business is in front of your family, you out of order. Now, that's all we talking about now, ain't it? See, that's all we really saying here now, fellas. I mean, come on, man. Let's have a real conversation about being better. If you done created these children, you got to handle your business. You may not like the girl no more. You and the woman might have broken up. Y'all might go your own way. But what that got to do with the child, though, man? You got to handle your business. They got to know who daddy is. That's your obligation, man, and God ain't letting you off the hook for that. Try it. Go ahead and try it and think you're going to get off the hook with that, because you're not, man. You just not. I'm sorry, man. Dog, Steve, why you coming like that? Because I did it like that. I did it, man. I was over here trying to reshape my life, get myself up on my feet. When I was homeless, man, and trying to come back, man, I thought I had to take care of me first and then so I neglected caring about them kids. And, man, that ain't how it worked, man. God kept his knee on my neck for a long time for that one right there till I finally learned the lesson. Hold up, man. Put these phone calls in. Go spend some time. Do something. And it started turning around for me. I can't be there all the time because I am out here on the grind and the hustle. But at the same time, man, some more phone calls, some more letters, some more ha-ha-he-he's, something. Then take care of your business, man. You got to work hard to be successful. Sometimes I don't put that in there. I just live it and I expect my sons to emulate that. But I got to talk to them all the time. How hard you got to work to be something. It's an all-out assault on it, man. If you got a target in mind, you got a goal, you got to wake up every day trying to get there. And you can't get tired of it because it never ends. You're going to always be this way. That's how life is designed and set up. You got to be a hard worker, man. If you're always looking for some time to chill and, man, I want to go do what I want to do, you ain't going to make it. In order to be successful, you have to do a series of things that you're uncomfortable doing. And work is the thing that most of us are uncomfortable doing. It's so much easier to chill. Man, I wish I could kick back with a cigar, man, all the time. But I can't, man. I can't because I got to work. Then the last piece of the balance piece is you got to take some time out to enjoy yourself. But if you ain't where you want to be, you ain't got a lot of time to enjoy yourself. Quit thinking, man, that this balance is even. It's a whole lot of God, a whole lot of family, a whole lot of business, and a little bit of chilling. The chilling can't be equal to the family, the business, or your God. If the chilling is equal to any of them, you ain't gonna make it. Quit chilling, man, and go to work like a man. Do what you're supposed to do. Work on your family, work on your relationship, work on your God, work on your business. And then when you chill, you might not chill as long, but you sure gonna chill bigger. You gonna ball bigger, baby.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please, on this very, very blessed Monday morning. We are all very, very fortunate to be here. I hope your weekend was great. I hope your Mother's Day was great. Congratulations to all the mothers out there. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for all you've done. And thanks for all the things yet to come. It is a great thing to have a mother, man. So that's a blessing. So, and it's Monday. It's the day after, and we are all here. We got the 2 mothers in the building and the other mothers too. So, we all here. Yeah, the real Mother's Day is over now. It's just the other Mother's Day. What's up, Shirley?
Hey, Steve. How you doing?
Oh, I'm pretty fair. Carla Farrell.
Hey, Steve. What's up? Hey, crew.
Junior.
Morning, Unc. Morning, everybody.
Jay.
I know what to do. I know exactly what to do.
Tommy.
Yeah.
Yep, cut him off before he gets started.
He just can't speak.
Dang,
I know what to do. I know exactly what to do.
What?
I'll tell you next season.
Yeah.
Gonna stab right away, huh?
That was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I thought
What's
he had
that?
some knowledge. Harden, when they asked him, do you know what to do? He said...
Oh, I was crushed.
Man.
Houston, baby. Houston.
Yeah, y'all have a problem, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, we died a long death.
Did you see Beyonce
Death of a
and
manger
Jay-Z
dog.
at the game?
Yeah, with her
I saw
dark
him at the
hair.
Who?
Her dark hair.
Beyonce.
Yeah.
They ain't helped the game. They ain't helped the game.
But everybody
They
was
shot it
talking
hard
about her
and
hair.
everything.
Yeah.
Well, at least she won.
It was trending.
I thought her hair was nice.
It was
Yeah, her hair
beautiful.
was nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
she's
it's beautiful.
Oh, man.
Love it, love it, love
Yeah,
it.
they
Ain't
were
no
talking
telling,
about
no,
it in a
man.
good way.
I
that
always
she
have
colored
to
it.
ask you guys, was that a beating or an ass whooping? Which one was that?
Tommy.
Well, from
Okay,
they
Jay,
said-
we ain't got to keep doing. We ain't got to do this.
Nah.
Team
What
Tommy.
you do, Tommy?
No.
This is
Tommy.
what
Jay,
do.
we lost. Let's just let it go.
Well, no, I'm with Jay on that, you know. I'm Team Jay.
Aw, you was cheating.
You ain't never been Team
He
Jay.
ain't never been Team J.
Ever.
Yeah, I'm Team Jay on that one. What was it, Tommy, Kier?
We
Carla?
lost.
Yeah.
We oh,
That's
Nah.
all that was a loss?
Nah, it was ass whooping.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Cause we went home,
Yeah.
and on top of that, Steph Curry, no points in the first half, 33.
But Junior, we was at home. We,
it was painful.
that's the
Well,
that's my
at least it was
problem.
a
We
short
was
trip
at
then.
home.
The good thing about being home, y'all didn't have that far to go to bed.
Nah.
Leave the game and just go straight to bed, Jay.
We're getting our Phantoms and we drive to our mansion.
That's what Shaq said, Steve.
You go and you leave. You go home.
When we lose, we gonna
Win or
drive back.
lose.
So that's it, man. Y'all gone. See?
We done,
Okay.
baby.
Yeah.
We over there with Cleveland. That's where we at.
Oh, okay. All right.
No.
Shade.
No.
Cause they been sitting
Put
down.
my
No,
sunglasses
that
on.
wasn't, no, you wasn't over there with Cleveland. Cleveland wasn't even in the playoffs. Yeah.
Thank you.
Cleveland wasn't even
All right,
supposed
I'm
to
look.
glad
make
you
the
know
playoffs.
that. I'm glad you.
Look, coming up at 32 after the hour, we're going to find out what the crew did over the weekend inside of Weekend Review when we come back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, time for Weekend Review. Let's just find out what everybody did over the weekend. How was everybody's weekend? Carla, how was yours?
My Mother's Day weekend was good, Shirley. Thank you
Uh-huh.
for asking. Went to brunch and just hung out with the family because, the weekend before I traveled. to
Yeah,
Disney
with the
World. I was
baby, yeah.
exhausted.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All good. What about you, Mother's Day?
Same thing, basically. Got my flowers, all
Yes,
that. Got
me
my
too.
You
cards.
ain't cooked
yeah.
nothing. You ain't cooked nothing, did you? I hope you didn't.
Uh-uh.
No, that
You
Mother's
cooked
Day, you're
Uh,
not supposed to
it
cook.
was Mother's Day
Mother's Day.
weekend. Thank you.
If you can't cook, why would you cook on Mother's Day?
Any day.
If you can't.
Of all the weekends, I'm not cooking on Mother's Day weekend.
No,
but it was a great
What about
weekend.
this weekend?
Yeah.
Coming up?
Let's
I'm a
keep-
mother
keep the
and it's
streak
the
going.
weekend.
Let's keep it going,
Yeah,
Shirley.
I'm a mother and it's
Really,
the
what did your
weekend.
husband eat? I mean, do he?
Don't.
Did he just bring food home every
He
night?
don't. He
man
make a
don't.
lot of sandwiches, Tommy.
man.
Look, he's
Shirley.
fine. Okay, he's fine.
That's a shame.
He's fine. He went to the
Uber Eats
everything's
calls
fine.
him and says, "I'm coming that way. You need me to bring you something?"
I know you be hungry.
funny.
Snatch
It's
my
supposed
chips out of my hand.
supporting you.
There's
on
people in
Mother's
the
Day, right, Shirley?
neighborhood that check on it.
My next door neighbors do. They really do.
Yeah.
They really do. Great people they are.
Mr. Mexican name black man, you okay? You got something to eat?
You want something to eat?
Angelito?
How was your weekend, Steve?
Well, I worked Saturday, and so took my wife out to dinner Saturday night, just me and her.
Oh, nice.
Went to
Where y'all went, though?
Crustaceans.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Okay.
Romantic.
Oh, and
Man,
they
they've got,
remodeled it. It's nice.
they've
isn't it, huh?
remodeled it, and they've
Yeah.
got
It
some
looks
new
good.
food
It
on
looks,
the menu.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Nice.
Owner came out, chef came out, had a couple special items for us.
Oh.
It was nice, and then
Oh, the owner come out when y'all go there?
Yeah.
I ain't never seen no damn owner. They come out when y'all there?
well, Tommy, you know,
Why is it always a
well, Tommy-
competition?
Tommy,
I done been there 3 times since they remodeled. I ain't seen the owner yet. The owner come out when you
Well,
there?
But Tommy, if you don't know the owner could be out there. You just don't know.
Right.
Now they ain't.
So
been
what the
on your
owner look
table.
like then? So I know next time I go.
You don't know him.
A
Just
little
forget.
older Asian lady.
And she come out and talk to you?
She said, "Our restaurant is your home. Nice to have you back in here." 'Cause I
That's
did-
your home.
That your home?
All that money you
Well-
spend in there, Tommy.
Yeah, I mean,
I done
Tommy-
spent over $5,000 for the
Tommy,
last since they
listen,
been
listen,
remodeled.
Tommy, what you got to do is, all you got to do, Tommy, just get the private room one time and have a chef's
What
table
private room?
downstairs.
Where the private room at? Where
See,
that's at?
right
He didn't
there.
know they had a private room.
Well, he ain't gonna ask because he don't want to hear the answer.
Where?
See,
I didn't even know they got a private room.
See, the reason the reason you don't know they got a private room, you don't ask about nothing because your ass cheap.
I didn't think I'd be laughing this hard. We just got here.
See, you don't want to know about no private room because you don't want to answer about the private room.
Yeah.
Every restaurant got a private room. You just got to ask. But see, you cheap, you don't want the damn answer.
I didn't know
Maybe-
they had a private room.
You didn't know that? You ain't never asked?
No, I ain't asked because I ain't know.
Closed mouth can't get fed in the private room.
That's in the Bible.
That's a blues song,
Yeah, I think
Steve.
and I think it's in the
Why
Bible,
you
Jay.
biblically me? Why you biblically me? Why is you doing
I
that?
didn't know it was in the Bible.
Shocked everybody.
Shirley the one brought that up.
It's not. I'm
I'm
kidding.
just telling you, it's not in your aura of thinking because you don't think to ask for extra because you don't want to pay the extra. Let's
I
tell
don't
the
mind
truth.
paying
No,
the
you
extra.
don't.
I didn't know they
Every
had
time you find out the extra price, then you got to complain about it.
Well, how much is
Then
the
I
extra
got to
room?
feel
Here you
guilty
go.
and all
Here we
this.
go.
How much
Here we
is
go.
the extra room?
How much you say you done spent total when you been there?
He said
5.
Okay,
At
you
least
can't.
5. I done been there
okay.
8 times. I done spent by 5.
Okay, cool. You can't sit in the private room.
Why I can't? Wait,
You're
wait.
out there
stop.
with the rest
I
of
can
us.
go in the private.
Yeah,
How
come on
much
over
is
here.
the private room?
How much have you spent the total times you've been there?
At least 5,000 over
Now,
the
I'm
10
telling you.
times I've gone.
Now, with that in mind, you ain't getting in the private room.
Wow.
Why we
How
still
much
talking?
is the private room?
It's more than $5
More
grand.
than you done spent
Yeah.
for the 10 damn times you done been there with your cheap ass.
Man, just
The
come over here and
private
sit next
room
to
is
me.
more
Yeah.
than 5,000.
Get over here with me and Jay. Just be quiet. Just be quiet.
Hey, man.
The
look
private
here.
room is more than 5,000.
Hey, Tommy. Listen, man. This
Why
ain't
would
what
I
you
do that?
See, then why I asked about the private room? Now you see my point. It's
I'm
nothing
not
wrong.
finna spend no.
Well, and that's why you not finna sit in the private room.
Mm-hmm.
See, this
Okay.
ain't hard.
What is in the private room, please?
Privacy.
I don't like your rich attitude.
I like that.
That's my.
That's a good one. Huh?
Privacy.
What's in the private room? Private.
It's tables,
Privacy.
chairs, and just you and your girl.
Can
Well,
y'all do it in there? Can
Well,
y'all
let
do
me
it?
ask you a question.
In the restaurant?
Well, hold on. Let me ask you a question.
For 5,000, I ought to be able to do it.
Hey, man. let
You
me-
need to stay in
let
there
me-
for $5,000.
Move in.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
When you go to the restroom in a public place, don't you want a dough on your toilet?
Thank you.
I do want to though.
But
Can I
wouldn't you
do
want a
it
dough?
in the? room you was in, can I do it?
You could, but they could walk in and see you.
Don't tell him, Why don't you just rent it and find out?
Is there a bed in there?
I'm not gonna do over $5,000 and I can't do it. I want to do it.
Tommy, you can do it. You can do it in the gas.
Is there a flat screen? Do they have
I
a flat
have
screen?
done it everywhere, but if I'm gonna spend
Is
$5,000,
your car
I
have
won't
it?
be able
No,
to do
you
it.
idiots.
Thank goodness.
All
Why
right,
would I spend
listen.
$5,000 I can't do it?
Coming
Why would I
up
do that?
next, it is Monday, so you know
If
what
you
that
spent
means.
the $5,000, you'd be able to do it, but you ain't gonna spend that. So now you got to find another way to get it done.
Church
to do it.
complaints coming up next with
You
Reverend
don't want to
Motown
spend a $4,000 for a purse. You got the money, you cheap ass.
and Deacon Def Jam coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour in entertainment news, it is Stevie Wonder's birthday. Love us some Stevie Wonder.
BB!
And yes, and our girl Rihanna is making big moves in fashion, okay? We'll tell you about what she's doing coming up. But first, it is time for church complaints.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
we're here on Monday morning early, prepared for complaints, knowing full well what they gonna complain about. Let me make a couple announcements for this Monday morning. Want to say so sorry to the Houston Rockets.
What's that got to do with church complaints?
Well, a lot of the members at our church is Rocket fans.
Thank you, Pastor.
Yes, we are.
And they was
Why
been
are we bringing
complaining.
this up right
And
now,
obviously you is one of them, so let me just finish what I was gonna say.
But
But y'all didn't win, and neither did
we know
Philly.
we didn't win, and
And
why
I
are we
want
bringing
to
it?
say to the Philadelphia 76ers, if y'all don't get Joel Embiid ass under that basket, where there will be an option to either throw it low or kick it back out, I don't know who coached this team, but he need a reassignment. I
Well,
just
let me
want to
ask you
say
something,
that.
Pastor,
Go ahead.
before we start complaining.
Go ahead. Yes.
Could Embiid go to the Rockets, and would that be a stronger organization?
Now
then?
y'all don't want to whip Golden State. I don't care who go there. Or you had your opportunity. CP was healthy.
I don't like
Harden
your
was healthy.
attitude. I don't like
Well,
your attitude.
I don't like y'all winning skills. So
You don't like our winning skill.
you don't like my attitude. I don't like y'all's attitude about winning. You must not care about it that much.
Well, no, we care about winning, but I don't think we
had an opportunity.
We have some problems
with
that
big,
we
tall
need to work.
tarantula boy out.
Well, what did Cleveland do?
Cleveland wasn't ever gonna be in it when LeBron went out to the Lakers. Now what?
Well,
what
why
nobody
are you
expected?
even talking if Cleveland didn't do nothing?
I'm talking because you is a Houston fan.
And I don't
now
want to
your
discuss.
ass is
I
out
do
too.
not want to discuss any of this.
Well, if you quit talking, it would have been over. I was just gonna pray for y'all in the off season.
Oh, you jumped the gun, Deacon.
Well, this is the first time you decided to give somebody some prayer. That's the first
Well,
time
I'm
I've
not
heard
a
that.
praying minister.
Well, what does that mean? You're not a praying minister? What is
I don't
that?
have time to pray because all I handle is damn complaints.
Oh, okay. I
Now
see
you
what you're
want
saying,
prayer, you
Pastor.
want out this situation. Which one you want? And here it is again. When I got ready to pray, what he do? He complained about what I'm talking about. Houston is on the sideline. That's what that is.
Well, Cleveland ain't doing nothing either.
But we didn't lose the other day though, did we?
No, you didn't make it. So
No,
now-
we wouldn't make it, but you were sure damn hoping you did though, didn't you? Your ass is at the house. Do you have a church complaint? Or you
I
wanna
have
keep
church
me getting
complaints because this is
little
not
scope
about
over-
what. You know what, Pastor?
I know.
I want to fight you.
I wish you would. Well, hell, I got news for you. You ain't gonna win that either.
Due to the Santa Ana winds, Pastor, the lace front relay race has been canceled. But the women are asking, can they
Really?
still do it bald-headed? But it's up to you if you decide to let them run bald-headed.
Well, due to the Santa Ana winds, it was blowing all them balls out them baskets in that game this weekend, too.
Pastor, we're not talking about basketball.
All right, well, I'm just saying that must have been their excuse, too. I don't care if the bald head women won the race or whatever. Just run it. You can run it with no hair.
Run it with no hair. Let me write that down. Run it with no hair. Pastor has okayed that bald-headed race. All right. My next complaint is Brother Rashid Ambrose has an ED problem, erectile dysfunction. Now, he went and got hypnotized. The problem we're having, Pastor, is when he hears the words, all rise, he rises. So the usher this past Sunday said, all rise, and, of course, he rose. And we need to fix this because he rises every time he hears all rise.
Well, the Rockets got an erectile dysfunction problem, too, because they can't stand up to the damn Golden State Warriors. It seems like they just laying there, just getting their whooped on.
What does that have to do with Rashid Ambrose?
I don't know, because Rashid, ain't it a Rashid on the Rockets team?
No, there is not.
Well, you
Brother
might as well
Rashid
put him on
Ambrose
there,
is a
'cause he
member
don't get
of
up
this
either.
church. What? Pastor, I have been following you and this congregation for quite some time.
Yes, sir.
I have been a loyal
Don't cry,
deacon to you.
Don't cry, Deacon.
Yeah.
And I have been here
Don't cry,
faithfully.
Deacon. I'll tell you what, Deacon, just go to the next complaint. I'm so sorry.
I'm not going
I'm
to
sorry.
do
Just
it
go
with
to
you.
You're not going to do it? Well, I'll tell you what, the Houston Rockets not going to do it either. Nah. You going to do the complaints? Or what you going to do?
I'm going to do the complaint. But you do not have to
If
bring
you can come on, just come on and do them then, Deacon.
Sister Yolanda Adams is asking to join our church. Not physically, but she wants to join the church and by email because she is so busy. And do you want her as a member?
Let me ask you this right here. Ain't Sister Yolanda Adams from Houston?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Well, we're not having another Houston member on this doggone church because all this crying when they lose, you're going to lose again next year. So call Sister Yo Adam and tell her as long as she's from Houston, she can't be a member of this church because then what we got to do is we got to tape everybody up every time they lose the damn game. And you keep losing every year to the same damn team. And I'm tired of it.
All right, we got to go, Pastor.
I know we got to go. Hell, Houston got to go too. We might as well whip my ass because the show can't whip Golden State ass.
No cussing in church. Coming up at the top of the hour, entertainment news right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
In today's entertainment news, we have to say happy birthday to our friend and legend, musical legend, Stevie Wonder.
My man.
Woo! Stevie Wonder, 68 today, Steve.
Man, go ahead. Steve.
Taurus, baby, Taurus.
The Bull.
Musical genius.
Yes.
One of the greatest albums of all time. Songs in the key of life.
Yes,
Boy,
sir.
Boy, I got to tell you another good one, though. Talking Book.
Oh, yeah.
I got to tell you another good one, though. Music Aquarium.
Yep.
I got to tell you another one, though. Hotter Than July.
Ooh.
That boy been making heat so long, I don't know what to do, boy. That damn Stevie, boy.
Yeah.
Woo.
You say you don't know what to do.
That boy got hit. That boy make he sang about 13 hours.
And
all them songs is hits.
And one of your favorites, As.
Ass, Lord have
No,
mercy.
no. As.
As if.
A-S. Just A-S.
Yeah, just one S.
I thought that's what he said.
Yeah.
No, he stretches.
Ass, if.
What is it, Steve? What's the title?
Ass, if.
Stupid fool.
Anyway,
Ass, if.
happy birthday to Stevie Wonder. We love you,
My
Stevie
man,
Wonder.
you're a legend, boy. Appreciate all the great music, man.
Yes, sir. They don't make them like that.
No, they do
No.
not, Carla. No, they do not.
A double album with a 45 on the inside of the case.
Come on
Very
now.
superstitious.
No, they don't make it like that.
They don't
Just
do that no more.
Stevie Wonder and Jodeci. That's it. About it.
Right and you gave me a star. And who? What did you say?
You heard him.
I couldn't hear where you didn't put Jodeci in the same damn group with Stevie Wonder.
He
Them
did.
little stupid young ass.
Is that what Junior just did?
Man,
What did he just do?
Hey, dog, don't nobody ever say Jodeci birthday.
I do.
Did,
You know,
did he say it
Junior
was
thinks
Jodeci's birthday?
You know, Junior thinks he's the fifth member of Jodeci,
Come on,
Steve.
Yeah.
You
Fifth.
can't tell me Jodeci and Stevie Wonder ain't got hits.
No, Junior.
You
Junior,
gonna
don't
tell
nothing be.
me Stevie
Junior,
Wonder
Once you
and
say
Jodeci
Stevie
don't
Wonder, you
have
should
hits?
never say
They're-
Jodeci, okay?
Never.
They're not in
Junior.
the same. Tell him, Jay.
Yeah. Once you say
As
Stevie
around
Wonder,
the
you have
world,
to
the
wait a
earth
while
knows
before you even
he's
bring up
involved.
Jodeci, okay?
I
Like a
think
couple
that
of days.
The rosebuds know to bloom in early May.
Come on, boy.
Just as kindness knows no shame. Know through all your joy and pain. That I'll be loving you always.
Come on, boy.
Tomorrow, no, I'm living, but tomorrow could make me the past. For that I mustn't fear. Boy, you that song right
Did
there.
Jodeci got anything like that?
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah,
no,
yeah, we got
nothing
one.
close. They got nothing
Sing, Junior.
close.
Come on.
Yeah, got one. Take my money, my house and my. It's the same feeling.
Come on.
It's the exact same feeling. I
That's a
close
little
my eyes
different.
too
That's a
when
little different,
when I
Junior.
sing too.
Does Jodeci have
You
as and
too.
as?
Me
Beat it.
riding on the rock and you gave me a star. And then half a mile from heaven, you dropped me back down to this cold
Okay,
well.
Jodeci. Let me hear Jodeci.
Cold, too cold, you took me. What you got?
Fiending. You got me fiending. It's the same feeling. It's the same.
No, Junior.
It's the same feeling. You better listen to Jodeci fiending.
It's different.
Is think about you.
Yeah.
Think
Yeah.
about you, baby.
Oh, we got something just like that.
What?
Come on, Junior.
Come and talk
me.
to me. Oh, really wanna meet you. Can I talk to
Ladies
you?
and gentlemen, Miss Ann Tripp.
That. Well, anyway, good morning, everybody. Okay, good morning. This is Ann Tripp with the news. The chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, Adam Schiff, says that Special Counsel Robert Mueller has agreed to testify before the panel about his team's Russian meddling report. Just when that's going to happen, though, is not clear. Schiff says on ABC News this week, Sunday, that, quote, the American people have a right to hear what the man who did the investigation has to say, and we now know we certainly can't rely on the Attorney General who misrepresented his conclusions, unquote. Cops in Houston have charged an area man in connection with the disappearance of a 4-year-old African-American girl, his stepdaughter. Authorities say that little Malia Davis has been missing for a week ever since her stepfather claims she was taken by a carjacker. Investigators say that blood from the stepfather, Darian Vince's apartment, has been linked to Malia, so he's now being charged with tampering with evidence. Surveillance video shows him carrying a full laundry basket out of his apartment, and that basket was recovered out of the trunk of his car. Neither Malia or her body have yet been found. Finally, the long delayed departmental trial of Staten Island, New York City cop Daniel Pantaleo begins today. Pantaleo is accused in the 2014 chokehold death of Eric Garner, which the medical examiner labeled a homicide and which caused reactions all over the country, demonstrations against police brutality. A ruling last week stipulates that the watchdog agency bringing the case to court, the Civilian Complaint Review Board, has to prove that Pantaleo violated departmental rules, but also that his actions fit for criminal charges. A Staten Island grand jury refused to indict this guy. However, if he's convicted in his police departmental trial, he'll either be fired or lose some vacation. Meanwhile, according to the New York Times, chokeholds, which police brass in New York claim have been banned, they're still being used by members of the NYPD. The Times says that records of complaints show that some cops are still using chokeholds, but that only a tiny fraction of the cops accused of using chokeholds have been found guilty or faced discipline. Sad news. Tributes are pouring in for actress Peggy Lipton, who played Julie on the 60s TV detective show The Mod Squad, and who died on Saturday after losing her battle with cancer at age 72. Peggy Lipton was divorced from Quincy Jones. Their daughters, Rashida and Kadada, were at her bedside when she passed. Finally, even though Detective Pikachu made $58 million over the Mother's Day weekend, number one was Avengers Endgame, and for the third weekend in a row.
Even if there's a small chance, we owe this to everyone who's not in this room to try.
We will. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Well, they've got whatever it takes. Endgame made another $63 million. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, in Mother's Day trending news, we have to say congratulations to your beautiful wife, Marjorie Harvey. Marjorie was honored this past weekend at the Women of Excellence Luncheon, yes, by the Ladylike Foundation. Through the Steve and Marjorie Harvey Foundation, you guys gifted, this is really special, Steve, and wonderful. You guys gifted a young lady to pay for the rest of her college tuition. Yeah, that's big right there. Thank you guys. Yeah, thank you guys. You're going to pay for the rest of her college tuition. Here's the moment when Marjorie surprised the young lady with the announcement. Take a listen.
Also, I understand that Leah is paying for 1 year of your college. I don't know if you're going for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, or whatever it is. But young lady, my husband and I, we would gladly pay for the rest of your college.
A lot of people don't know what that really means.
That's so big.
A lot of people have no idea what that means when you getting your tuition paid.
That's right. That's right.
Man.
Hey, man, because
you ain't
generous
been
of you guys, Steve.
You don't know
I
what that
really
means.
do, because that's important that my wife recognizes that stuff. This young girl was in foster care. She had aged out of foster care. She had nowhere to go. She has a boyfriend. Her boyfriend convinced his parents to let her live with him or with them. And so these people over in Crenshaw just took this girl in so she just have somewhere to live. She's a sweetheart of a young girl, and her boyfriend's parents was good enough to let her live there. She had no way of paying for college, so my wife picked up the other 3 years, and I thought that was absolutely fabulous because I didn't know about it till it was done. And then on my last show of the season that we taped Thursday, I went to Kent State and I got 7 boys, eight boys, 8 African-American boys. We paying for 8 African boys full scholarship rides to Kent State University.
Whoa!
So that's a total of 9 kids in 1 week that we'll be sending to college. And one of our goals is, Marjorie and I, we don't speak about it, but our goal is throughout our career, and we're on our way. I'm not going to say the number we're at now, but it's up there. We're sending 10,000 students to college, full paid.
10,000.
Wow.
10,000. That's our goal.
Wow. That's big.
Wow.
We looking at the supply that God has.
Amen, Steve.
Amen.
See,
Amen.
God has
Yeah.
an endless source of supply, so that's what we're depending on. How we going to do it, we don't exactly know how, but whenever we get the money put together, like we did 9 this week, and we're going to do when we can. And we're going to see it through. We're going to make that goal happen. Before I leave this world, we're going to send 10,000 kids to college, full paid scholarship.
Woo!
Go ahead.
All
Steve.
right,
That's
Steve
all
and
we
Marjorie.
do.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys. All right, well, listen, coming up next, J. Anthony Brown is here. He's going to murder another hit right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, introduce Jay.
J. Anthony Brown.
You can do better than that. You really can.
Ladies and gentlemen, this boy right here from that other station that was so sorely losing and using him, I picked him up, dusted him off, turned him into somebody.
That's what I'm
Ladies
talking
and gentlemen, he's here.
Thank
He
you.
is fresh.
I want that every time I do one.
This boy right here come to work with a smile on his face in spite of his adversity, and God is blessing him. And ladies and gentlemen, standing strong while he's sick.
Come on.
Put your hands together for that damn J. Anthony Brown.
That's my man. Right there. Hit it.
J.
Hit
Anthony
it.
Brown.
Hit it. Hit it. Car broke down again. Gotta catch the bus again. Can't win, can't. Yeah, I gotta catch that bus to work. I gotta go. I'm gonna ride until my butt gets so. I gotta take that bus to work. I gotta go. I'm gonna ride until my butt gets so. You know I'm tired of walking around, but I gotta get to work. Got my gator boots on and my feet are really hurting. I just missed the last bus. The driver saw me wave. Now I'm standing at the bus stop, sweating like a slave. Won't somebody tell me something? When is another bus coming? Won't somebody tell me something? When is another bus coming? My child support is due, and I gotta get paid. My boss said he would fire me if I ever show up late. The world is getting to me, my life should be a movie. Sitting on the bus, I got some gum stuck on my booty. Won't somebody tell me something? When is another bus coming? Won't somebody tell me something? When is another bus coming? Yeah, I gotta catch that bus to work. I gotta go. I'm gonna ride until my butt gets so. I gotta take that bus to work. I gotta go. I'm gonna ride until my butt gets so.
That was depressing.
Oh, let me do that again. I messed it up.
Jay, that was depressing.
But who trails off with get sore, get sore, get sore? Who does that?
Why the book got to be completely sold?
But that's that country song. That's that old town.
Jay, is that you on the harmonica?
Yeah.
Lil Nas X, y'all.
Yeah,
Lil Nas X.
the rapper.
Okay.
It is.
Yeah.
We murder hits over here. That's what we do.
You still talented. That's just depressing.
It's funny.
Them kids love that song.
Yeah, they do. He's huge.
It
That's
is
the number one song in the country.
Yes, it is.
Is it?
Yes, my daughter loves that song. Yep.
What we do here? Murder hits.
Glad
Well, you
we're
the truth, Jay.
representing
You
country
are the
music.
truth.
I'm right up
Jay.
there with Stevie Wonder, Jodeci, and me.
Last week you were the biggest rapper.
Yeah.
This week,
I got news for Junior. It's gonna hurt him, Jay, but I'll put you right up there, right after Stevie Wonder. I'll put you in front of
Before Jody.
and Junior about to kill himself.
I can't believe you just did that.
I know you can't. Hey, Junior,
What's up, Bob?
you actually think Jodeci is better than Earth, Wind & Fire, don't you?
No. They just as good.
Nah.
As Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Yeah.
I say, listen to the song. I get the same feeling when I hear both.
I don't know how the hell you do. They don't get the same feeling.
You think Jodeci better than
I
Earth,
don't
Wind,
see
and
nothing wrong with that.
all right. The nephew is up next with the prank phone call. That's coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, guys, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. The subject, he can't get rid of his hood mentality. Right now, though, it
That
is
could be 3 people on this show. Well, actually, 4. Actually.
Carly in there, too.
I say it's 5.
What?
Carly, you know you in there.
Oh, come on, Carl.
I'm good. Shut up,
Okay.
Junior.
Oh.
You don't even know Jodeci, right?
Right now, the nephew's here with today's prank phone call. What you got for us, Neff?
Sometimes you got to bring the news, Shirley. Sometimes you got to let them know. You're not graduating.
Oh, man.
You are not graduating.
Wow.
He played too much.
Somebody got to bring the news. Somebody got to tell them. Somebody got to. Everybody got their own role. This is my role. I got to let you know. You're not graduating. Run it.
Hello? Hello, I'm trying to reach a Trevon, please.
This him? Who is this?
My name is Joseph. I work over in Student Affairs. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Listen, you're supposed to be, this is your 5th year here at the university. You're graduating in the next 7-8 days, am I right?
Yes, sir. I'll be out of this joint.
Okay. Listen, I'm giving you a call. We got a bit of a problem here that we want to try and discuss with you, and maybe we can get you over at Student Affairs and come in and have a meeting with us, but we wanted to bring it to your attention. Now, you took one of your last subjects was English, and you had an English exam with you guys are writing an essay. Am I correct about that?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. It seems that we got some problems here that the professor there is actually insinuating that you may have cheated on this essay that you've actually written.
What? Cheated? No.
From what he's telling us here at Student Affairs is that you may have plagiarized some things that were in your essay.
Dude, I didn't plagiarize nothing that was in the essay. Everything is documented like it should be. So I don't know what you're talking about, especially cheating on no exam or no paper, nothing like that. You must got me mixed up with somebody else.
No, not at all. You're actually Mr. Trevon, correct?
I mean, that's me, but I didn't cheat on no exam or no paper for that matter.
Okay, well, let me try to bring you up to speed here, Trevon. What we're going to need you to actually come in and talk to us over here at Student Affairs so we can try to get this thing rectified. But I will let you know it's going to take a few more days longer than graduation. So as of right now, you're actually not going to be walking and graduating with the rest of the students.
What, man, you got me messed up. What you mean I'm not going to be walking?
Well, until we get this situation rectified here, you're not going to be graduating with the rest of the students. Now,
man, Doc, I don't know what y'all got to do, but y'all need to figure it out and find out what the problem is. Man, I didn't cheat on no exam. The hell you talking about, dude? My family is coming down here, and you talking about I cheated on an English exam. The hell I look like cheating on an exam for, and I'm getting ready to graduate. Man, y'all need to fix it like right now, like today while we on the phone.
We can't do that. It's a sensitive subject, and like I said, it seems like it's plagiarism. You know, if we can get you to actually come over to Student Affairs next Wednesday.
Man, you got me up. What you mean next Wednesday, dude? I'm graduating in a few days. What you talking about next Wednesday, man? Like, why my professor didn't give me a call? Why are you calling me?
Sir, this is not something that professors actually take care of. This is a student affairs situation. Now, and it's a very sensitive situation. Now, what we want to do is try to get this thing taken care of. And if what you're saying is actually true, then you'll probably graduate in August when we have the next...
You got me. I'm telling you right now, this is some... You got me August? Man, I'm graduating this semester. I've been here too long to go through my last few weeks of school, and you talking about August?
Sir, I
ain't even trying to hear, dude. I'm not trying to hear what you got to say, man. I'm not even trying to hear what you got to say, man. My family is coming down here from everywhere to see me graduate. Man, I'm the first to graduate from my family. You talking about talking about I cheated on the paper? A paper, dude? A paper? Man, you got me up, man. My mama worked 2 and 3 jobs to see me through this school, and now I'm getting ready to graduate, and you talking about I gotta wait until August to graduate? Man, hell no. I'm on my way to the office right now, and you can tell whoever the professor is that I'm on my way, and he needs to be there too.
Sir, all I can really tell you is that we can try and get this thing rectified as early as next Wednesday.
Man, what's your name again? And where's your office?
I'm at Student Affairs. I'm Joseph.
Okay. So I'm about to get in my car right now, and I'm about to come over there, and we're gonna handle this today. And how you singling me out? Cheating on the exam or paper, man? What is that?
Sir, all they're saying is the professor's saying that there's a possibility of plagiarism here.
Man, are you kidding me, dude? I've been here 5 years. I'm the first male to graduate from college, man. My grandma is 82 years old, and she coming here to see me graduate. And you telling me some about cheating on the paper, and I gotta wait till August to graduate? Man, that man, you tell that professor to come to your office right now, because I'm already in my car on my way to come to your office, and we're going to handle this today. That man, you got me.
Sir, I don't have any more room on my schedule to actually pull anybody in today.
You going to call me with some like this? Talking about you ain't got room on your schedule? Man, hell no. Mr. Whatever your name is, I'm on my way to your office right now, and all I got to tell you, and I'm telling you up front, it's going to be a problem if I ain't graduating in a few days. You got to deal with me. You got to deal with my family, my mama. We don't play that, man. You got us stuck.
Sir, is there a possibility that maybe you plagiarized and didn't know that you did that?
Dude, man, what the you mean? The paper was over some that I already knew.
Sir, can I tell you one more thing and then I'll ask you.
You can't tell me a thing. You already called me with some something I can't graduate with my class after I done been in this for 5 years, then sacrifice and study my off, and you telling me I can't graduate until August? You ain't got to tell me.
I do have one more thing I need to tell you, and then I'll let you be on your way, okay?
Man, go ahead.
Can I tell you what I want to tell you?
Dude, go ahead. I'm telling you.
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got prank phone called by your best friend, Brian.
What? Hello? Man, dude, somebody gonna playing jokes like that, dude. Man, do you know how hard I worked in school to get out this 5 years? 5 years. Man, I'm telling you.
Man, you are the first black male in your family to graduate from college. You're doing it big, boy.
Man, I know, man. It's been a journey, bro. I can tell you it's been a journey, man.
I got one more thing to ask you, baby. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land?
Man, it's that Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Was I wrong for that?
Yes.
No, not really, brother.
Anybody feel like I crossed the line? Anybody?
You crossed it. You always do.
Hit home for me.
You know.
It hit home.
You know, I don't care nothing about him, the first one graduating, and his grandmama coming. I don't care nothing about that. I don't care nothing about that. I got to look past that.
Why would you? Why would you?
Thank you. Thank you. You never let nothing get in the way of the prank. You not graduate. I don't care nothing about your grandmama coming down there to the school. Your ass ain't graduate.
Yeah, take his ass to the private room because he ain't going to graduate. How about that? Man.
Get ready, Chuckles. The nephew is coming to town. Chuckles. Memphis, Tennessee. The nephew is coming to town. Memorial Weekend. That is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Tickets are on sale right now. The nephew is coming to town. Shirley and Carla, all your relatives that are there, I will not be giving them complimentary tickets. I'm telling you. Get your tickets. They on sale right now.
I don't have relatives in Memphis.
Oh, I have so many. So many.
Oh, they welcome. I laugh.
I catch you on the next city.
All right, listen. Thank you, nephew. We'll be back with the strawberry letter. The subject is he can't get rid of his hood mentality. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And listen, if you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter, okay? We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now, today.
Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the Strawberry Letter.
Thank you, Neff. Subject, he can't get rid of his hood mentality. Dear Steve and Shirley, I'm a 28-year-old married woman, and my husband just turned 30. We have a great marriage, but I need you to help me settle an argument. We are both black, but we come from very different backgrounds. He was raised in a poor urban area that was predominantly black. I was raised in a middle-class suburb that was very racially diverse. I often have to tell him that certain things like wearing a do-rag outside the house or blasting loud rap music is not acceptable at his age and in the community we live in now. We just found out that I'm pregnant with twins and we are having a boy and a girl. We've started planning for the 2 babies and we've been discussing baby names. All of the names that he has suggested are stereotypical ghetto names, and I won't give you an example because I don't want to offend anyone that is listening. There have been numerous studies on black children with these made-up names. These kids constantly have to correct people on the pronunciation and spelling of their names, and they are often ridiculed and passed over for jobs later on. I think it is ignorance on the parents' part to do that to a child. I will not do it to my twins. My husband's argument is that the names he chose represent the black culture, and our children will be proud of their names when they are old enough to understand their culture and heritage. No one in my family has a ghetto name, and it won't start now. I love this man, but he can't separate stereotypes from real life, and he can't adapt to a different lifestyle. How can I explain to him that I want our kids to have every advantage and not ever be made to feel different? What are your thoughts? Please help us. Wow, you guys are very different. I'm surprised you were able to come together and get married, and you got to know that you can't change anyone. You guys are married now, and you're still trying to change your husband. I don't understand why you're trying to do that, because how's that working for you? It doesn't sound like it's going too well. But I am with you 100% as far as, what you're talking about, the culture and all of that. And studies have shown that, kids with certain names can be held back. Unfortunately, that is true. Certain names do hold us back. And all of that. As far as the culture goes, there are many ways for your children to learn it. You can teach them their history and their heritage. Books, always a go-to. The internet, museums, movies, all of that. You can teach them about President Obama. There's plenty of time for them to learn their heritage and learn about their history, just like we had to. There's going to be many, many ways to bring cultural awareness to your kids.
Quincy and Quetha. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
The cultural differences between you and your husband, though, to me, that's a much bigger thing. And it might take some counseling to work that out, because he is who he is and you are who you are, and you guys married each other. And I say this, you might need counseling because the twins are coming and you both want to be good role models for them. You with your middle class background, your husband with his inner city upbringing. There's value in both. No, one is not better than the other one. You both bring unique experiences. You guys are going to have to come together. With the do-rags in public and the loud music, he definitely can tone that down. But you guys, these arguments and things like that, you're going to have to figure out a way to work it out, or else you're going to bring these twins into a major problem here in your marriage. Steve?
Well, this is going to be interesting because this is right up my alley. My wife and I suffer from the same problem.
What?
So this is very good. Marjorie is a lot more polished and diverse than I am. I, on the other hand, am immersed deeply into my cultural blackness. First of all, in your letter, you said we have a great marriage. Well, so do Marjorie. But we come from very different backgrounds. Well, not necessarily, but I grew up urban, predominantly black. She grew up too, but she acted middle-class suburb. I often have to tell him certain things like wearing a do-rag outside the house or blasting loud. Well, let's just go back here. She said we are both black. You need to make a correction. Both y'all black. He just black up. See, now, you can't, this is a gift, lady. This is a gift. There are times when the fact that he is blacker can come into play.
That's right. Take your time.
Oh, you need blacker people in certain situations.
All right.
There are times when the black knob got to get turned up. There are situations, Sister Shirley, let me just go watch this. See, Sister Shirley's bougie. Give me any situation and just say something you do. Just name me something you do, and I'll show you how to turn it up.
Anything I do?
Anything you do.
I get up, shower, put my clothes on, put my makeup on, and go to work, get my car and drive to work.
That's it. Now we got to hurry up. We got to roll up out of here. See, sometimes we got to roll up out of here.
Okay.
Give me something else, Shirley.
I go to the store. I want to buy something. I pull my credit card out and pay for it.
We're going to go down here and get what we can get, and we're going to leave the rest of it down there.
We'll be back with part 2 of Steve's response
black.
right after this. Today's Strawberry Letter, the subject is he can't get rid of his hood mentality. Coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. The subject, he can't get rid of his hood mentality.
We've got a woman who's going to mess her marriage up because she can't get next to her husband's hood ways. But you married him with these hood ways. That's one of the things that drew you to him, his strength, his stamina, his ability to handle critical situations, the toughness that's made from urban living. You see, we understand that. Well, now let's get into the second half of this letter. We need to go over some black names. Now, let's go. I've asked y'all to send me some if you would look at your phones, but obviously y'all don't want to help out. So I
didn't know.
I just saw it.
We'll just start. We'll just read your texts and get them to me as I begin. Now, these twins.
A boy and a girl.
Sharita and Chiquita. Now, I know that you don't want this boy named Chiquita. But Chiquita is a good name simply because it rhymes with Shakita. You see. And that's probably what his thinking is. Now, you got Darkeisha is the girl and Taquan is the boy. Now, Taquan, we need that name because somebody going to misspell it and they're going to get an ass whipping about it, and that'll teach you to learn how to take time to learn these black names. Taquil, it's Taquan. See?
Yeah.
Then you can go like we like cars as names, like the girl named Mercedes and the boy named Chevy.
Wow.
See, Chevy get your ass whooped. You understand? Then you got Lucretia and Travante.
Travante?
Yeah, Lucretia and Travante. Travante is a member of a singing group in the Tramps. See, you need stuff like that. And so I'm just telling you. See, so you can have like Charletta and Charles.
Okay.
Now Charles, that unhooded.
That what?
That unhooded it. You got then you can go with stuff like you can go Jamina.
God, no.
What?
That ain't hood.
Jamina.
Jamina?
Because we had a lot of names in the jar.
I don't know what.
That's a girl. That's Jamina. We had a lot of names in the jar, and it was many of them in there, and we just pulled out one, so we're going to name her Jamina.
Jamina? What's his name?
Boosie.
What?
Cause
Like
Boosie,
the rapper?
Man. Oh, no, man. Boosie like the bass player.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Boosie.
Jamina and
then you got Aquanella. Because I want her to grow up to be a swimmer. Aquanella and Trackman.
Trackman. He's going to be a runner.
Yeah. She going to swim and he going to be a track star.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or we could just go straight old school hood and be Stella and Leroy.
That is damn near slavery.
Yeah, but that's all right, dog. Don't nobody want to be called Stella no more. But that's what you're going to be going. Or we can go real old schooling. Harriet for the girl and Orenthal for the boy. Yeah.
Or OJ?
Yeah, but we just gonna call him Orenthal. You ain't got to bring up OJ.
Oh, okay.
We don't want the boy getting in no trouble.
But people will.
But Orenthal.
But why name him that?
Because you know they're going to.
But they not gonna know that's OJ.
Orenthal,
They're gonna call him OR.
Oh, or.
Yeah.
Or.
Or.
Or we can name the girl Josephius.
Whoa.
Tear it up.
Spell that.
And Myron. Myron is a good.
Ain't nothing like a Myron.
Steve, can I ask you a question?
You can ask a
you
question.
Will these people get called a lot for interviews?
Yes. Yeah, don't worry about that. You know, they're going to end up self-employed anyway. You know, we need to be more entrepreneurs anyway. We ain't raising our kids to get no damn interviews. Our kids going to open up rib shacks and stuff. Then we're going to go keep it real old school. Millie and Marcus.
Okay.
Marcus.
Millie
and Millie. These is good, strong names. Millie and Marcus.
All right, we gotta get out of here, guys. Email us or Instagram us your thoughts.
Or your names.
On today, or your names, on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM. You can check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Coming up at 46 after the hour, trending sports news and the NBA
Here's
playoffs.
my last two.
Okay.
Bonita and Bernard.
You love Bernard. We'll be back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, here we go. NBA playoffs. Go, Junior.
Well, we don't have to talk about the Rock.
Hey, excuse me, Junior.
Yes, sir.
One last strong names. Kizzy and Harpo.
That's strong. This fool here.
You cross-pollinated movies right there.
Kizzy and Harpo. Oh, man. That's crazy. Well, we got the Western Conference Finals. Everything is set for the conference finals. We got it. You know, Houston's not in it no more, so we gone. But instead,
Junior, we out.
We out. But Golden State and Portland in the West, and then we got Milwaukee versus Toronto. And shout out to that boy, man. You got to respect him. Oh my God.
That boy over there at Portland, man.
Kawhi?
That boy balling.
Kawhi Leonard. Hats off, sir.
Yes.
Big shot.
Kawhi Cole.
Dog.
He got to go in here. See, they got to go in here and mess with this boy, this Greek boy. They got a strong team up in Milwaukee, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay,
they got a strong team in Milwaukee.
No, they really do, man.
They bad, man. They won over 60 games this year.
And man, this in this final, go ahead. I want everybody to pick though, but I just want to know, you got Milwaukee or Toronto? How you gonna look
I'm
at
going
this?
with Milwaukee, man.
Okay.
The Greek, baby. Go with the Greek, man.
I'm going with Milwaukee because I don't see he gets down in the paint unlike Joel Embiid. He ain't gonna be out there just bombing threes. He going to the rack.
Ooh, I know it was hard for Joel Embiid to lose that game, but go in that locker room and get in that door behind that door before you start crying.
He cried too, He cried
But
hard.
I understand.
I
understand that. He was heartbroken, but they ain't got nobody to blame but theyself. They last 3 possessions was really, man, and I agree with TNT and it's three worst possessions I've ever seen. 2 shot clock violations, and then on a timeout, a shot clock violation. Because they don't know how to run a set play because everybody out at the 3-point line. Toronto went out there and covered everybody and got in the passing lane, and they didn't even have an option down low. It's the dumbest basketball I've ever seen.
Well, let me ask you this, in the West, do you just give me how many games it's gonna go between Portland and Golden State? I think
it's gonna go 7.
7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially if Durant don't get back in there.
Ooh.
And Portland got a hell of a squad to defend, boy.
Yeah, they do, man.
Portland might beat Golden State, y'all.
Really?
There it is. That's your sports update right there, Shirley.
All right. Thank you, Junior. All right. We'll see. Coming up at the top of the hour in trending social media news, Steve Harvey's son, Broderick, talks about his relationship with his dad, Steve. Aw, can't wait for that. We'll be back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Okay, Steve, in trending news, Mother's Day was this past weekend, and Father's Day is coming up next month, you know. Well, your son, Broderick, we love Broderick. He'll be a special guest on your talk show, and he talked about his relationship with you, Steve. Take a listen.
I didn't really have my dad full-time into my life until I was 16, right? They were moving to Atlanta, and they said, hey, Broderick, we want you to move with us because we really want to bring this family together. Now, in my mind, I've been living in Cleveland my whole life. I've been living with my mom. It's been me and my mom. That's it. In the back of my mind, I'm like, no, it's going to hurt my mom. But at 16, I knew that's what I needed as a man.
Wow.
Deep.
Man.
Yeah.
What you
How you feel when you hear that?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the truth. People don't know, man, like we talk about it all the time. All of our children are products of divorce, all of them. None of our kids have not lived through divorce and separation. None of them. And so it's been challenging for us to blend our family and to make them feel at home and what love is really like. And we've done a good job of that, getting it done. It has not been without challenges, though. Please understand that.
Mm-hmm.
It has not been without challenges. It has been tough at times. Because, of course, from time to time, they want things the way they want it. And that oftentimes can't be the case. And so my son and I have had many talks. I think one of the moments in the show that you'll see is when my son admitted to me years ago, Dad, I understand why you left. I do. Because you could not have been who you are had you stayed. And because you left, you don't just belong to me. You belong to a lot of people. You're a lot of people's uncle and a lot of people's father out there. And that was your calling in life. And I've come to understand that. I love and respect that. And my son works for me and with me, so
How mature of him, though, Steve.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
How
I mean,
insightful.
that took some time,
Yeah.
but he told me that we were on vacation in Africa one time, sitting up looking at in the furthest point of the furthest southern part of hemisphere of the world. We were looking at the last piece of land before it's just nothing but ocean, for it goes around the curvature and starts back north. And he said, Dad, I get it, man. I get why you left. And this was a long time ago, And so that meant a lot to me. We had a lot of moments to get to the relationship that we have. I have a show with all men on it tomorrow and talking about manhood and what it is. And there's so many men on the show that didn't have their fathers in their life, period. I was off and on in my son's life up until he was 16. He's actually a little younger than that, 14. But, that was it, man. And,
Wow.
It took us some time, took me some time to get him, but I finally got him and, it worked out, He's a fine young dude now. So.
That's cool, Steve. And he really is.
Oh, no,
he
he's
really
great,
is. He's a
man.
fine young man.
He really is, man. I'm proud
Wise,
of the
man.
man
Very
he's
wise.
become,
Yeah. Well, it worked out,
Can't get him to settle his ass down, but
But it goes
Living
to
his best life.
right, and it goes to show you that
Okay.
no matter how things start off, they may not look good starting off when they first start off, but when they finish, that's what matters. How you end up,
how you are
Yeah.
now is not where you're going to be.
Right, right.
And you just got to hang in there because you don't know how the chapter's going to play out in your life.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So don't judge.
Ooh, don't never.
Yeah.
Or think you know the journey, or think you know. Because you don't know what people going through.
Keep writing itself.
That's right. And everybody has a story too,
Right.
Yep. But that was good, Steve. I enjoyed hearing your son. That was interesting. Very much so. Yeah. All right. We'll be back with more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right. This is what time it is, people. This is
What time is it?
The 2019 Steve Harvey Sand
Girl.
and Soul Festival, Steve.
Girl,
It is going down October
y'all better come on.
October 10th through the 14th. Where, Steve? Tell them.
Hot ass Punta Cana.
My favorite
That damn
part.
Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
All you can drink, all you can eat, party all night long,
Yeah.
gamble all night
Come on,
long, sitting around on the beach all
on,
night
man.
long, laying out in the water all night long, meet new people.
Yeah.
And fellas,
love it.
It was so many fine women over there.
And
Lord
please.
have mercy, boy. Fellas, listen to me. I'm calling on all the frats out there. Get your paraphernalia and come on. I'm telling you, if you grown,
This what you want to
they
do.
in there
And
now.
sex.
Every bar you go to is stacked.
Come
You
on,
had fun,
Junior.
didn't you,
talking
Junior?
about what? Do you know how I ain't been that fine since birth? Do you hear me?
What is the website, Shirley?
It is SteveHarveySandandSoul.com. SteveHarveySandandSoul.com.
You know Junior ain't been that fine in a
I
long
know
time.
since birth, he said,
Since
though.
birth.
Go to
Wow.
SteveHarveySandandSoul.com. Get y'all's tickets ordered. We got some specials we're doing for Father's Day, and you might want to copy in on that. Give your man a great gift. Give your girl a great gift. See y'all out there. SteveHarveySandandSoul.com in hot-ass Poonie County.
Or call 800-684-2825, October 10th through the 14th.
684-2825.
We'll be back with more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, in Mother's Day trending news, we have to say congratulations to your beautiful wife, Marjorie Harvey. Marjorie was honored this past weekend at the Women of Excellence Luncheon, yes, by the Ladylike Foundation. Through the Steve and Marjorie Harvey Foundation, you guys gifted, this is really special, Steve, and wonderful. You guys gifted a young lady to pay for the rest of her college tuition. Yeah, that's big right there.
That's
Thank you
so
guys.
outstanding.
Yeah, thank you guys. You're going to pay for the rest of her college tuition. Here's the moment when Marjorie surprised the young lady with the announcement. Take a listen.
Also, I understand that Leah is paying for 1 year of your college. I don't know if you're going for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, or whatever it is. But young lady, my husband and I, we will gladly pay for the rest of your college.
A lot of people don't know what that really means.
That's so big.
A lot of people have no idea what that means when you getting your tuition paid.
That's
for.
right. That's right.
Man.
Hey, man, because
If you
So
ain't been to
generous of you
college,
guys,
You
Steve.
don't
No,
know
I
what that
really
means.
do, because that's important that my wife recognizes that stuff. This young girl was in foster care. She had aged out of foster care. She had nowhere to go. She has a boyfriend. Her boyfriend convinced his parents to let her live with him or with them. And so these people over in Crenshaw just took this girl in so she just have somewhere to live. She's a sweetheart of a young girl, and her boyfriend's parents was good enough to let her live there. She had no way of paying for college, so my wife picked up the other 3 years, and I thought that was absolutely fabulous because I didn't know about it till it was done. And then on my last show of the season that we taped Thursday, I went to Kent State and I got 7 boys, eight boys, 8 African-American boys. We paying for 8 African boys full scholarship rides to Kent State University.
Whoa.
So that's a total of 9 kids in 1 week that we'll be sending to college. And one of our goals is, Marjorie and I, we don't speak about it, but our goal is throughout our career, and we're on our way. I'm not going to say the number we're at now, but it's up there. We're sending 10,000 students to college, full paid.
10,000.
Wow.
10,000. That's our goal.
Wow. That's big.
Wow.
We looking at the supply that God has.
Amen, Steve.
Amen.
See,
Amen.
God has
Yeah.
an endless source of supply, so that's what we're depending on. How we gonna do it, we don't exactly know how, but whenever we get the money put together, like we did 9 this week, and we're gonna do when we can. And we're gonna
love
see
that.
it through. We're gonna make that goal happen. Before I leave this world, we're gonna send 10,000 kids to college, full paid scholarship.
Woo!
Go ahead.
All
Steve.
right,
That's
Steve
all
and
we
Marjorie.
do.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys. All right, well, listen, coming up next, J. Anthony Brown is here. He's going to murder another hit right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, here we are, last break of the day, and time for your closing remarks now.
All right. You know what, man? On my last talk show, we recorded it. I may release some of it early because it was such a powerful show. The 2 things I wanted to accomplish on my last show was I wanted to be inspirational and motivational, so I had Bishop T.D. Jakes as my guest, and I wanted to do something uplifting, and so we gave away the 8 scholarships to the 8 African American boys 4-year full ride scholarships to the very same school that I flunked out of. It was a great accomplishment to do that. But Bishop Jakes was my guest, and he was promoting his book called Crushing. Crushing, God turns pressure into power. And Bishop Jakes taught me something, man, and I just want to share. I'm paraphrasing what he said. He said it a lot more eloquently than I could ever say it. You know, he's one of the best speakers, the best motivational speaker I've ever met in my entire life. I've never met a man more motivating than him. Now, he's a preacher for sure, but I want you to understand that he gives you real life lessons that can really, really help you out. And his book, Crushing, How God Turns Pressure into Power. And he was reminding us that when you're being crushed, it's because God is using you like a grape. You know, we are all grapes. Grapes are the only fruit that is grown to be crushed. And grapes are grown to be crushed because grapes that are not crushed, they just simply grapes. I don't know nobody don't like grapes. But when grapes are crushed, they become wine. And just because you've been crushed doesn't mean your life is over. When you've been crushed, it means that you're being turned into something, and that all of your crushings can take you to a greater place, because grapes are designed to become wine, and wine gets better with time. See, when you get crushed, it don't mean your life is over. It means you now have a chance to become wine. Man, it's such a powerful message if you understand what he's saying. Because one of the things he was saying, and says it in such a great way, he says, in every painful moment in your life, when the pain goes away, pain always leaves a gift, a present. It's on the table. It's right in front of you. Whenever the pain goes away, it leaves a present for you, a little box with a ribbon on it. And all you got to do is open it. And it's kind of like what I used to say. I said, behind every moment of adversity, there's a lesson and a blessing. Well, Bishop put it better. He said, every time you go through pain, pain always leaves you a present, a gift. And it's something for you to open and unlock. Sometimes the gift that you receive is you are now, after this pain, more experienced. Sometimes pain leaves behind a gift of strength. You are now stronger. Sometimes pain leaves a gift of you are now free. You know, that breakup that seemed so hurting at the time, that divorce that seemed so debilitating and crushing at the time, and you look at all that time you put into that relationship and it's over. Well, guess what? You're now free. You're now free to go find a relationship that's really meant for you. That person you thought you'd spend the rest of your life with that turned out to dog you and crush you, well, now you're free. You ain't got to feel that no more. Every time you get crushed, every time you finish up pain, it leaves a gift for you. A lesson and a blessing. The lesson is now you know not to do that no more. Now you become more knowledgeable, more experienced. So the next time you see that, you know how to handle it a little bit better. But there's also a blessing in it too. Now you get free to go do something else. When they close a chapter in your life, it's time to turn the page. If they close a door, God ain't never closed a door without having another door for you to go through. But you got to look for the present after the pain. Stop taking your pain and wearing it all the way out like it's just final. Because it ain't, man. Like I said the other day, of all the bad days you've ever had, on all the crushing times you've ever had, your track record for surviving all previous crushings is 100%. And that's pretty good. So Bishop Jakes' book is called Crushing. I got it on my desk right now. I got my wife a copy. My wife was there that last show. She said, Steve, please get me one of those books. And so I sent out and I bought 4 of the books. And I gave one to my wife for Mother's Day. I just put it on her vanity. And I got one on my desk. And I recommend everybody to get this book, man, because God does turn pressure into power. Every time you get crushed, it's an opportunity to become wine, finer, more flavorful, more robust, a Cabernet. You get to be something now. But you can't be it until you've been crushed. Crushing ain't a bad thing. You ain't a grape no more. You get to go be wine. Wine is expensive. Wine, and the older it gets, the better it is. I mean, man, come on. Wow. I know I'm better than I used to be. Ain't y'all better than you used to be? Huh. Thank God for the crushing. That's my remarks today. Quit tripping because you've been crushed. You about to become wine, man. That God you serve, he bad boy. Yeah, y'all have a good week.
Drop it.
Right.
It's dropped.
Drop it like it's hot.
Been hot.
Crush me.
Okay.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit steveharveyfm.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.